Hello everybody, I hope you're well. Welcome to Friendship Shaving for another Sunday sit down. It's a Sunday evening today, but nevertheless got my cup of coffee. It is a Marks and Spencer's brand of coffee. It's quite strongly roasted. I'm just relaxing. I've got my martial arts pants on. I taught and trained in quite a few martial arts for a long time, and they are my go-to trousers if I'm just kicking about the house because there's so much room in them. They're very comfortable. So I hope you've got yourselves settled and comfortable and you're taking some time out from the frantic period that can often be Christmas. I'll be having a nice quiet Christmas this year, just my mum and me. Of course, in the past it was my mum that cooked Christmas dinner, but now that we're both older, that has fallen to me, and I must admit I enjoy that role reversal. I quite like it. So we will just have a very quiet Christmas. My family, my sister runs a care home. They are normally very busy because she opens the care home up on Christmas Day to all the relatives, and they can come round and have Christmas dinner. So she will be busy as always, but we will get to see them at some point, and again we'll just have a nice quiet meal and some really nice family time. So whatever you're doing this Christmas, I hope you have a great time. Now, I've been doing this for 2 years, making videos, and I've really enjoyed it. And the thing that I enjoy most is the friendships that I'm making. I never thought that when I named the channel after the Friendship Tea Clipper, that friendship would be really the key word for me. And I get about 50 comments every week, and I always look for those comments. I enjoy chit-chatting with you, even though it sometimes takes me quite a little time to get back to everybody. But that's an important part of the channel for me. And if you ever want to email me and say hello, the email is on the channel page, I believe. Now, I've had some really nice moments over the last year. Some really lovely razors that I've been able to borrow, and but one of the standout ones is a recent razor, and it's the Gillette Fat Handled Tech. I really loved that razor, so it just goes to show you that it is not always the new or expensive or rare razors that can give you an absolutely brilliant shave and a lot of joy. That was a real eye-opener for me with that razor. Now, I've also been really enjoying, had a little Christmas trade with Mark, because I've been really loving the Calle Ocho soap from Lather Brothers. Got the big pot, not just the sample. Now, I love this, and I never thought that I would, and that is why it's so special for me. Now, my mum smelt this, and she thought it really smelled of her grandfather's tobacco, pipe tobacco. Sorry, I lost me marbles then for a moment. It reminded her of her granddad's pipe tobacco. Now that must be a really keen smell, but it's just fruity and warm and lovely. It's definitely one of my top soaps for the year. Now, I had a very pleasant surprise the last couple of days that I'd like to share with you. I had a straight razor that was from Darlington, my hometown. It was actually sold in my grandfather's shop. and it was a hardware store. It was called the Glider. I've never seen one before. I managed to get hold of one. Now I sent it off to a gentleman to be restored, and he works in an area that has a hard stone floor. And unfortunately, he dropped the razor. He just fumbled it, slipped out of his fingers, and it dropped blade first onto the hard floor. And it was a hollow ground blade, and it just shattered. And the razor, it was gone. Now, Dean was mortified, far more than I was. You know, I'm not precious about things like that. Accidents happen, don't they? But he got in touch with me. Oh, and that must have happened months and months and months ago. He got in touch with me to say that he was sending me a razor, and it came in the post. And it's a replacement for the one that he accidentally broke. Now, he didn't need to do that at all, because he was very kind at the time. I was having some other razors restored, but he sent me this beautiful razor. Let me show you. It is a Kraus razor, a German razor. It is a 13/16. Trying to get the light. It's a 13/16 square point, but the square has actually just been rounded off slightly. It is I think, it's difficult to tell with the light, but I think it's a quarter hollow. It's not a full hollow grind. But the scales, if I can get the light right, let's just see if I can catch the light. There. Maybe you can see, maybe you can't. Anyway, they are camel bone scales. A lovely piece of titanium and black acrylic either side of that. So Dean Turner, what a nice gentleman. And if you're in the UK and you have a straight razor that you need to just have sharpened up a little bit, I know a couple of guys that can help you out. So if you're ever in that situation, get in touch with me. I've shaved with this tonight. It was finished on a 20,000 grit stone. It is a stunner. The bevel is perfectly straight and even all the way through that. An absolutely lovely razor. So I will definitely be using that on video in the new year. I found with being such a big razor that the weight helps me with the hollow grind. I have said before that I prefer a wedge, but I found the weight really helpful. I've had a great shave with this, a great shave. So yeah, just something to bear in mind, but I'll show you a shave with that in the new year. Also got a little pouch to put it in, which is terrific. There we are, it's just some felt stitched together. Very good. Now I've also had a little buy on the internet. It was very dirty when I got it, but it is this British Aristocrat. You can see that there is some tremendous brassing on the guard bar there. It makes you wonder what on earth they were doing to this razor, but the handle is rhodium, and if I twist and open the doors, you can see that the mechanism works perfectly. It's reasonably clean inside, but it does need to be replated. So I'll be looking out for somebody to replate that in the UK, and I'll definitely get that done, and you'll be able to see that when it is finished. The handle is quite heavy, I must say, but it's a nice size. So yes, I've got a couple of razors that I'd like to have restored. I did know a gentleman that replated razors, Jay, but unfortunately he became very ill and I haven't heard from him for a long time. But he was getting really well known in the shaving community. He was an absolute razor nut, really good to communicate with, absolutely brilliant. So I'm on the lookout for somebody else. Now, I've got a little experiment that I'd like to put to you. It's called the box, the Friendship Shaving Box. It's not this box, this is far too small. But it may be this box. It may even be a bigger box than this. It's kind of, how can I put it? I'll come to that in a minute. I'm looking for 12 people based in the UK to take part in this. So if you like getting new stuff, you need the box. And if you've got stuff to trade, the box needs you. I've spent ages working on that, you can tell, can't you? So it's kind of, the box is kind of like a pass around and a trade all at the same time. And my idea is that I'm going to put at least 12 items in this box, one for each person. But I shouldn't say that because that gives you the wrong idea. I'm going to put 12 items in this box. The rules are simple. There must be at least 12 items in the box. Now I'm going to put items in that are brand new. I'm going to put items in that have only been used once or twice. I'm going to put some samples in, but I'm going to put them in a smaller pot so that I'm not wasting room with half an empty pot. And also, I want to make it look nice for the person that's receiving the box. My idea is to get 12 people. I will send the box off. There will be soaps, there will be razors, and that's all I'm going to say, because I want the person receiving the box to get a nice surprise. I want them not to know what's in it. And my idea is that everyone that takes part will get a nice surprise. When you get the box is yours to do what you like with. You can take one item out or you can take 12 items out. But there must always be at least 12 items in the box before you post it on. Now who knows, you might need a smaller box, you might need a bigger box. And in the end it will come back to me from the 12th person. I will be a lucky 13 if you like. Now I'd like to stress it's not a junk box. Everybody likes a bit of a mystery box and everybody likes getting nice things. So if you take part, please bear that in mind. I'm sure you will, I'm sure you will. I don't have to worry about things like that. But the only thing really that you will have to pay for is the postage. I don't know how much that is going to cost, which is why I'm recommending recanting things into smaller containers to cut down on the postage if possible. So if you would like to take part in a friendship shaving box experiment and you live in the UK, I'm sorry for all of you that don't. I know I can't send aftershave abroad or across the pond anyway. It was the postage and the weight of the parcel that I was most worried about. So we'll try this once, and if it's a success, we'll do it again. What I'll do is, if you're interested in taking part, please let me know in the comments. I'll use a random comment picker and select 12 people, and I'll let you know via the comments, and I'll include my email address so you can contact me. And what I'll do is I'll collect everybody's name and address, and I'll make a list and I'll put that in the box, so the first person that receives it from me will know who the second person is that they've got to send the box to. The second person will know, and of course I will have everybody's email address so that I can keep in touch with all of you and make sure that it's all going to plan. Now, fingers crossed, the experiment will be a success. I do hope so. So if you're interested, stick your name in the comments, let me know, and we'll go from there. Now I'm going to put a card in the box. I'm going to include a list of all the things I put in the box, so if you take something out, just cross it off, but leave it so you can read it. Well, actually you don't need to cross it off, but in the end, when it comes back, I can look through the list of what's gone and what's come back in, and you know, that can form another little discussion for another Sunday sit down is the idea. I would say that if you're on social media, you can only comment on what you've taken out of the box. Don't mention what's in the box, because I'd like it to remain a mystery for the person that's going to receive it next. That said, let's get the first step done. Put your names down and let me know. And the friendship shaving box, I'll get it together. I've already lots of stuff in my drawer waiting to go, and I will get that sent out sometime in the new year once I've got everything sorted. The first person I pick on the random comments picker can be the first person the box goes to, and so on and so forth. Now, that's my lot for this evening. So I hope you have a really good day or a really good evening, depending on what time zone you're in. Take care of yourselves. I hope you have a lovely Christmas, and I hope the new year brings you happiness and prosperity and lots of good shaves. So until I see you next time, which won't be too long, take care of yourselves. All the very best to you. Bye bye now.